is happening? You have got to be kidding. Do you think I'm crazy? Oh shit. Apocalyptic. This is crazy. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. That's about that. That about sums it up, right?
Yeah. But we're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
That was a good interview.
For real.
Yeah. Still feeling that energy.
Yes, I had. So typically when we do an interview, I usually take a little break, because I'm like, all right, whoa, that was a lot. But let me kill the music here.
Oh, you're all like flustered.
No, listen, we just had like a really, really good conversation with Lamar Wilson.
Vibin'.
And yeah, that was next level. And I just said that out on Twitter. I said that was no words like, yeah, that was good. That felt right. I don't know how else to explain it.
I love all of our interviews, but sometimes you get these like people with this energy that's just like fucking contagious sometimes, and that is an example. It's a prime example of that right there.
Wow.
What?
When you say the F word, it's like very, I don't know, it just
bad?
No, it's like, I don't know.
What do you want to explain? Because you're not really explaining.
It gets my juices flowing.
Oh boy.
Okay, so listen, guys. Ow, I can't. Yeah. I'm just processing. So yeah, we had a really, really good conversation with Lamar Wilson. He is. If you guys don't know who he is, you're gonna find out here in a minute. But they have Lamar and a couple other people. They have started a clubhouse room on Clubhouse, a club, and it's called the Black Billionaires Bitcoin Club. Mm-hmm. I think that's the right order. Black Billionaires Bitcoin Club. That's like a tongue twister. And I stumbled upon it on Clubhouse, and I immediately just fell in love with the vibe. Mm-hmm. And
good energy. Yeah.
And then I'm having a hard time expressing myself this morning.
I see that.
But I think the best thing I can do is just say watch and listen. Yeah, because this was a good one. This was one of those like, I don't know what to expect. I've never spoken to Lamar. We don't really know each other from Adam, but
you said that last time.
What?
You said that. Yeah, you said that exactly.
That's my new saying.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like my thing right now.
Get a new one.
Okay, you don't like that one. I'll work on it. But I saw. I witnessed some of the magic, okay? And this morning too, like again, just by accident, I was in their clubhouse, in Lamar's clubhouse, and some crazy shit went down, some like crazy drama, right? And
we talk about that on the show though.
Yeah.
Don't do the spoiler thing that you normally do.
We didn't really get into what happened, but
on the show? Yes, we did.
Oh.
We talked about the whole thing. Where were you? Where are you? Where are you going? You're like, you're star-studded or something. Your
space.
energy, you're like, your energy overloaded.
All right, before we get to the interview, we have to shout out and say thank you to our sponsors. Lisa of Coast2Coast Signings, thank you, and we appreciate you. And Gala Games. Speaking of Gala Games, they have a lot of crazy stuff happening. Okay,
Crazy good.
Crazy good. Yes. One of the things that is really exciting to me, that I'm excited about, which finally, a lot of the problems that we're having right now with Ethereum and stuff is being addressed by Binance Smart Chain. Okay, now some people might be like, oh, everyone has their different opinions on what chain is correct and all that and whatever. But the fact that they are making it also work on BSC, that's big news. So that's exciting. I just wanted to shout them out for that. Here is the by the way, if you guys go to the Discord, go to Gala's Discord.
How do they find it?
Good. Well, the easiest way to do it, I'm glad you asked,
yes,
is go to euclidnooks.com/Gala. You're going to want to create a Gala account if you haven't already. And then from there, you're going to be able to find their Discord link. That's probably the easiest way for me to explain it.
Okay.
Right? I'm
sure that they have it on there. I'm sure you can just Google that shit, really.
What the fuck? All right, word. So if you guys are trying to find the Gala Discord, just Google that shit. Otherwise, use our go through our website. All right. But anyway, that was funny as fuck. Something that's cool as fuck too with Gala that I'm excited about is GalaCon is coming up now. Bitbender does an announcements in the Discord, and we always scroll through and read all the crazy. They always have something going on. GalaCon is coming up.
I think Bitbender has like 5 clones because I do not know how he does what he does. Yeah. Shout out to Bitbender.
I'm still cracking up every year. Google that shit. So
glad to make you laugh.
GalaCon is coming up. It's Saturday. It's the 27th. Saturday the 27th.
And the 28th. I think it's a 2-day thing.
Yeah, there it is, the 28th. So go and it's on the Gamer Jibe again, which is cool. That was with the F Denver thing. All right, guys. So check it out. You guys got to check out Gala and everything they're doing. It's like it's big, and it's not just it's gaming, and it's NFTs, and you own your assets in Gala. Boom.
Go to GalaCon though, because they're doing some fun stuff, and we're going to be there. So if you want to hang out with us, that's where you'll find us. Yeah. They have some competitions. They have give your game ideas, and you could win time and maybe get your idea like taken to the next level. Win some money and prizes on playing games. Okay,
so you guys check out Gala for sure. Get involved, join the Discord, and start participating. It's a lot of fun. It's a good community, and it's a lot of fun. See. All right, so listen, this interview we had with Lamar, I mean, there's no point in just like blah 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 at this point. I think let's just get right into it. And that's what I was saying from the beginning, was like typically I take a little break, we chill for a little while, then we come back and we do the thing. But I'm like, this needs to be out, this needs to get out there. People need to hear this. This was good.
You're excited.
I'm excited, and I want people to hear this. So
love it.
Without further ado, did we touch on everything that we needed to touch on? I think so. Without further ado, this is our interview with Mr. Lamar Wilson.
Thanks, Lamar.
So what's going on?
All right, guys. So we got Lamar Wilson here on the show. We are super, super excited. I mean, hold on. First of all, there's too much shit going on right now.
What?
Like, just in general, like with everything.
He's making you smile. I like this. I'm feeling you feeling his energy, and you are smiling, which I like it.
I'm on it, man. I'm on it. What's going on?
Okay, so first of all, let me just go ahead and address what you guys got going on in Clubhouse. Let's just let's address
straight
that
to it.
First.
Straight to the meat.
And how I even know about you and all this. Okay, so Tamara and I got on Clubhouse, and we're loving it. You know, it's a cool vibe and everything. There's a lot of Bitcoin talk, a lot of NFT talk. Now, I stumbled across y'all's room, which is the Black Bitcoin Billionaires Club, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I just want to say right out the gate, like immediately I was already like, this is it. This is where it's happening. You know, like I just felt the good energy, the vibe. I don't know what it was. I can't explain it. It just felt like it felt more like chilling with friends as opposed to like some kind of like stuffy situation.
Conference.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this morning, okay, all right, I'll say that, right? It's a good place. It's a good chill vibe. I remember, I think it was when we hit 41,000, 42,000, I hopped in there and you guys, everybody was celebrating. You had music on in the background. It just felt good. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
good energy.
This morning you had some shit go down, some drama. So, and I just want to say that I just want to say that, first of all, congratulations on how you handled the situation, because you kept it civil. Now, some first of all, for people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right.
I guess it was like an argument or something between two people.
Heated discussion.
Yeah, it was a very heated discussion, and
Yes.
you had one gentleman who was screaming into the microphone, and then another lady who was defending, what she was on about,
Right.
and Lamar was like right out the gate kept it cool and was able to keep the conversation going and giving people the opportunity to speak and have a conversation, because a lot of the times, people want to get their point across, but they're so emotional and stuff. And obviously this gentleman was very passionate about what he was on about. And anyway, that's it. I just want to say,
Hey, listen, one thing that I adhere to is blessed are the peacemakers, bro.
right.
So it's like, I'm just trying to make peace. Because truthfully, if you stayed the whole time, you notice at the very end they all came together.
Right.
It was apologies and right.
Yes.
Because of course some of this stuff we talk about is extremely emotional.
Right.
For that gentleman, he lost his business.
Right.
Something that he said took 10 years trying to build, and because he trusted this other platform, it wound up ending something that he was building for 10 years, and he can't get it back.
Right.
So of course he's going to be extremely emotional. So you have to understand people's anger.
Right.
Like most people are like, oh man, he's angry for a reason.
Right.
And if he's angry for a reason, you got to let the gentleman get his words out. Let him get to a point where he can get you to understand his anger. And then what you noticed was people came on stage and started basically backing what he was saying. So then it was like, okay, maybe it's not purely emotional. And then that allowed him to calm down. Then she calmed down. And then we got to, because truthfully, that's the thing that I like about Clubhouse the most, and what we try to do in the Black Bitcoin Billionaires. Like some rooms, I love them too. I love them. The Bitcoin Maximus rooms, right? They're not having it. Like
Right.
if you come in there and talking about anything else, you're not on the stage because they don't want to talk about nothing else, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Black Bitcoin Billionaires, number one thing I know is that a lot of people are brand new.
Right.
They haven't even heard about this technology. They kind of like moseyed into the room, kind of.
Right.
Right. And so when they get on stage, because I let everybody get on stage pretty much, when they get on stage and they have questions, they're not going to know, I ain't going to use the country term. They're not going to know crap from Shinola. Right.
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 They just don't. And so to treat them like, get out of here,
Right.
that kind of thing. I understand there's some rooms that are culturally like that, but our room is more so of, okay, this is the question you asked. Yeah, it might be a little bit crazy considering what we're dealing with, but there's no bad question because that's the reason why you asked it. You asked it because it wasn't a bad question. And so we're like, okay, let's figure out how we can explain it to them in a way that they understand what we're trying to say and the position we take without belittling them. Because ignorance is just ignorance. Like
Right.
if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know till you do.
Right.
You feel me? So
Right.
I mean, and that's the part we try to do on the Black Bitcoin Billionaires, because we understand that the audience that we are at least targeting, that's the reason why we're targeting them, because there's been plenty of times that I've been the only black dude or the only of 3 black dudes or black people at a cryptocurrency conference.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so how in the world do you expect anybody who has been in the marginalized, even women, right? How you expect them to come in and know what they're talking about, and you've never marketed to them?
Yeah, you let people. You have a way of putting people's guard down so that they can ask something and not feel like shit about it or something, or feel stupid or made fun of or something. But you're also a good mediator, because you need that mediator to jump in there and go, wait a minute, your point is valid. You might be attacking someone else right now. Just like, let's take it down, but be heard, and then let everybody get their stuff out so that they can carry on and not just leave angrily. So it's a good resolution. Great mediator. In my opinion.
Yeah. I think this morning was. Because usually it's Ethereum, or somebody will jump on stage and say, what about XRP, right? Somebody always says that. So then we always have great conversations around that. But today was way more personal. And that's why I was like, let us just get both sides out. Because after listening to it, I think she was like, yeah, I get it. That's whack.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's progress, because then you're allowing both people to get their sides out and see the other person's side instead of just spitting out what they have to say and not listening. So it's great skills, in my opinion. Yeah.
And it's funny because I was in another room and we had I've had some of the best conversations on race that I've ever had on Clubhouse.
Right.
It's just like random late night rooms. Yeah. Because people are able to actually talk, and you're not in the same room. So if it gets heated, it's not like somebody's gonna fight. So it's like,
why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why is it that Clubhouse is like that? I noticed that too. Like, I'll just start a room, just some random title, and all of a sudden someone will pop in there, and it's like I'm talking to a friend that I've known my entire life, even though I don't know who the hell this person is. Why is it so easy to have these conversations on this thing?
I think it's just I think it's just like, number one, the pandemic has helped us a lot,
right?
And what I mean is that people it's normalized now. To even do what we're doing right now, it's normalized. Like, people like, this is what I do every day. My kids are on this every day. We all talking to screens. We all talking to our phones every single day, to other people. So I think it's normalized. But I think another thing that it is that we used to do things like this on Discord, but I think the ability to find random rooms makes it feel like an actual hallway.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can just peek your head in,
right,
and oh, they're in there stripping. Okay. Oh, no, not that room. Right. It's like, okay. The Muslims are battling the Christians. No, I don't really want to be in that room. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to poke your head in and see what's going on. And then when you finally get to a room where you can start talking to people, what is really allowing people to see, and the same thing I think happened with social media in general, it's allowing people to see that people are people.
Right.
Like, it don't matter what background you come from, what race, color, creed, whatever. It's like, people are people.
Right.
And I think it's allowing people to listen to people, because people do have challenges that have been put on them because they haven't been on a social media platform. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's also good to voice, because we're kind of used to social media as in typing things out, and you don't get to see, are they being sarcastic? Are they being serious? Or are they, you can't get the feel for it. So it's kind of, and then Discord is almost like going into a public club in which, I'm shy when I go in some Discords. I'm like, I don't know any of these people. They all know each other. And so I'm not, going to just jump in there and talk. So this kind of gives, the best of both worlds. You can talk, and you can also kind of get a feel for it before you just jump in and talk. And it's pretty cool. Not
to mention, it legitimately has a good, it's great for networking. It seems like the people I'm meeting on Clubhouse are doers. They're builders, they're doing things.
Creatives.
And it's just a great place to network with people and meet people and just have these spontaneous conversations. Now, you're doing it, you guys have a big club and you got a lot of folks in there, and y'all are doing the community thing, and y'all are killing it. And I just wanted to applaud that. And also I wanted to ask you, coming from a noob to Clubhouse, in the clubs and things, what is your mission? What are you guys trying to achieve with yours specifically?
So I'll just tell you how it got started. So first of all, everyone's like, Lamar, you got to be on Clubhouse, because I had already had a group on Facebook called Coinda, that I started with 300 other people. We called all the people that started the club at the same time founders. And so I started that, and they were like, Lamar, you have to be on Clubhouse. So I finally was like, I'm gonna break down and get on freaking Clubhouse. I started using my niece's iPod Touch and and getting on there because I'm a Google Pixel guy.
Right.
But I used my niece's iPod Touch, and I realized like it's powerful. Like I saw what it was.
Right.
But then I started going into rooms and listening, and I was like, man, this is great for communication.
Right.
So I hit up Zay. I said, Zay, bro. I said, I've been on Clubhouse for a little bit. I was like, we need to make a room. I said, because you and I have been trying to get this message out to especially Black people for a long time about Bitcoin. And I think we can make a Black Bitcoin billionaires room. It's what people aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? You and I have been in the space for a while, so we may or may not be billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like... so no, but that's what the aspirations are. So we made the room, and it was all about education. It's always been about education. Like our rooms, like I make more newsy type discussion rooms now, but the beginning it was purely education. Right. It was like, can we get the ideas of Bitcoin, the ideas of all of this to everyone? You know what I mean? And then what happened, the crazy part that happened is that we made the room to attract Black people. But I guess the nature of our rooms attracted everyone.
Right.
And so you see what I'm saying? And people are like, Lamar, it says Black. Does that mean I can't come? No. Right. That ain't what we saying at all. Right. This is not like a colored fountain and white fountain. It's not that at all. Right? This is different. This is like we're saying Black Bitcoin billionaires to kind of wave the flag like, hey, we're over here. We'll teach you. It's a safe space. But at the same time, anybody's welcome. We don't care if you're green. Like you can be this little lizard I'm looking at right now over here who seems like he's very interested in my conversation.
Right. And we feel that. Yeah.
We want anybody to come through.
Why is it important though to share like the message of Bitcoin? Like why are you passionate? Oh, you switch cameras. Are you looking at the lizard?
Oh, the lizard.
Yeah, I was trying to show y'all the lizard, see if y'all can see the lizard.
I thought you disappeared. You like disappeared. I was like, damn, he's magic too. Look at that. He disappeared.
So good. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you saying?
No, I was saying why is it Bitcoin for you? Why are you so passionate about Bitcoin particularly?
So when I first got into Bitcoin, man, it was like when I first heard about it, I didn't take it serious. I thought they was talking about big coin. I thought the VC that told me that mentioned it to me was talking about a big coin. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I'm big. But then when I found out it was Bitcoin, I still was kind of like, well, I'm building something else, cocky startup software developer type dude. It's not doing. We gonna change the world. And then the price went up, which is probably what brings everybody to it. Right. The actual marketing of the price actually gets people going, whoa, this is serious. Right. And it was funny. It was like $200-something bucks. Imagine that.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I looked it up and I said, okay, I'm going to really look into this thing. It might be real. And I got to the Satoshi white paper, to the Bitcoin white paper. Changed my freaking, I'm talking about, no, because me being a software developer, and I have a finance degree by trade. I mean, by education. Mm-hmm. I'm a developer by trade. I taught myself to develop, but I have a finance degree. And seeing the white paper, all I saw was freedom, like period.
Right.
And me being an African American, me being a Black person, and realizing all of the systems that have been set up against Black people in this country, and people will be like, well, it's not happening anymore, but I don't think people understand compound interest. Whenever anybody says, well, it's not happening anymore, I question their intelligence.
Right.
Because it's like the reason why the things are set up the way they are now is compound interest keeps the people who didn't have it back then out of situations now, right? Mm-hmm. So like even if the laws have changed, the law doesn't matter if you don't, like the fruit doesn't matter if you don't go and address the root. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can have the fruit all day, but if you don't think about the root, then you've missed the whole thing. So me seeing Bitcoin was like, man, this is literally an alternative. This is literally an escape from the system that has been set up to oppress Black people in this country. And not only Black people, but people who just don't have a lot. Mm-hmm. Like period. Like the system is set up to keep everybody working. Mm-hmm. Right. The system is set up to keep you enslaved. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why I was telling my daughter, I was like, there are houses on this street that have the same wood, the same exact wood they were built with 50 years ago, in some places 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. Same wood, same everything, right? You might have had a couple of updates here and there. But that house all of a sudden is worth $150,000 more, $300,000 more, right?
Yeah.
Like, why is it? It's the same wood. The labor has already been put into it. Why does the house cost so much? Why? Because they want to get you into debt. Because the dollars you have are not worth what they used to be worth. And so when you have to go out and buy this house, now all of a sudden you have to get a mortgage, and mortgage literally means to death.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
you're going out here buying something so you can you're gonna work till you die.
Right.
That's basically what they're saying when you go buy a house.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole system set up to keep you working like that. So I was like, okay, so Bitcoin is a way and an escape away from that, because here's this money that's programmable that I can send whoever I want. Nobody can tell me what to do, and I have access to it without having to worry about any gatekeepers at all.
Right.
That right there is value. I recognize that. So I try to tell people about it immediately, and I got all these crazy videos with her and everything everywhere looking like Captain Caveman, trying to explain to people, like, this is Bitcoin. I'm literally on Georgetown Street in my community trying to tell people you need to get Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In 2013. So it's just like, that's what I've always seen in it. And that to me is what, like, I don't know. That to me is why I'm trying to, it's almost like listen, I'm a big fan of abolitionists. So like Harriet Tubman is one of my heroes, Frederick Douglass, one of my heroes. And what an abolitionist is somebody who wants to abolish a system because they realize how unfair a system is.
Right.
Right. They understand, like, and I think one system that we never really attacked in this country was the financial system.
Right.
I think there are so many rights that people should have in the financial system that they don't have because of a very simple rule called accredited investors. Right. Accredited investors is a separator. Being an accredited or unaccredited investor is a separator that I cannot stand. So it's like, if you think about that, that's the reason why I'm like, okay, Bitcoin has not, look, anybody can buy Bitcoin. Anybody. Anybody on the face of the freaking planet can buy Bitcoin and store Bitcoin in their own wallet. So if I'm an abolitionist, if I think about that and I want to abolish the system, then I need to get as many people as I can to join the rebellion against the empire, period.
So one of the
love
things
it.
I noticed that how you guys are achieving that is when people come to your clubhouse, you guys are like, yo, give me your Bitcoin address and we will send you some Satoshis. So that's how you are actually, you're not just talking the talk, you guys are walking the walk. Like you're actually sending people Satoshis. And the way that what that does is it exposes the people to it, and it forces them to understand it and use it and know what the fuck it is and see its power and its benefit. And I think that's pretty
Well, it
cool.
helps. It helps, then they don't have to go do that themselves or try to figure that out themselves. But it also gets them interested in it because they have something that is growing and they can see, oh, wow,
Right.
this is growing. This is a big deal. Let me check this out. So
Right.
That's huge.
And
That's huge.
And you're not forcing them to invest necessarily, like, oh, I bought $5 and shit, it's only worth $1 today because the shit dumped. But, by sending them a little, they can see, without having to be too invested in themselves. But I just want to I just wanted to shout that out, that what you guys are doing with that. And you also have someone there who, it's like, if you have questions or something, and I don't remember her name, I'm sorry.
Oh, she's
Naja,
good.
Miss Naja.
Yes,
Naja.
she's good. I love her.
Naja, Shaler, we got a squad.
Right.
And you probably would not believe it, but the only people I knew before Clubhouse were Naja and Granny Crypto. Everybody else I met on Clubhouse. And everybody's just jumped in and started helping because I think we all believe in the same mission. So
Yeah.
this is the rebellion out here, really.
Right.
It's like we're recruiting people to fly starships. Like,
Right.
it's really what's going on.
That's the powerful thing is getting, you all have the same goal, so you can come together on that. And even if you have different opinions on, this, that, or the other within it, it's the same goal. And so you don't fight amongst yourselves. You're just preaching that one goal and spreading it in a very positive way. I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Well, we all have the same goal is the thing. All of us as humans on this earth, we should all have the same goal. And I think that goal is to be on this earth as long as we can, right? Like let's try not to fuck it up for like our kids and our kids' kids, and let's figure out a way to thrive, I guess, all of us together. And I think what I'm noticing, not to try to get corny here, but like Bitcoin is, no pun intended, because, Bitcoin, but so like I've noticed that what it's doing is bringing a lot of us together on the same mission, the same goal is to, it is to take the power back, and it is to do something good, because I mean, honestly, when it boils down to it, isn't it money? That's the power, right? Like if you don't have money, you don't got shit. You can be as strong and passionate and creative, but you gotta have the ability to have money, and what Bitcoin, we hope, is doing is allowing everyone to participate and have something.
I think the bigger thing is freedom, but money allows for that freedom. There you go.
Yeah, because here's the thing, though, right? Because it's the one thing I teach this too to people. I'm like, if you had everything that money could buy, would you need money?
Right.
So I talk about that all the time, because I'm like, if I can put you in a position where your shelter was paid for, where all of the food that you had was perpetually grown, where the electricity you got it from the sun and other natural resources, and you collected all your own water, and you had all of that in perpetuity, right? The only reason why people usually want more money is so they can get all of those things.
Right.
Because when you get to a certain age, you just want to be able to live without having to go work. But what if I gave you an environment where you could do that? Like, would you actually need the money? Would people even need to work as much? Right?
Yeah, but people want that Lambo, though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but they can go. That's what I'm saying. So once you accumulate, enough money to get all of that, right? And then you say, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna be like I always use Thanos. Like, I don't know if you remember when Thanos, after he snapped, the next place he was just like out in the field with a couple goats running by. Right. Like, Because it's like, if you could get to the point where you're that peaceful, where you're not forced to work because you don't have any bills, like, to me, that's more powerful than even money, right? As long as I'm owning my land, I own my goats, I own my food and all of those things, and I can do that in perpetuity without worrying about even the weather, because that's what really stopped it. Like, I always talk about that. If farmers could figure out a way to grow their stuff in perpetuity without worrying about all the natural issues that might happen, a lot of farmers wouldn't have went to the city to go find work.
That's true.
Like, real talk. They would, like, if you talk to farmers, they'll tell you, I love living out here. Like, I don't have to worry about nothing. But it's like, it's the natural stuff. But now we have things that can actually get us around that. So that's great. But at the same time, that's the reason why I'm in this country right now, looking for some land, because I really believe in that. Like, I really believe, like, as human beings, our whole time should not be having to work for more money. Like, that's not what it is.
It's
not
like
our existence.
The freedom is,
and that's why Bitcoin helps, because you don't have to work for that.
Right. That's true. It's like, and freedom is the goal to get to, and money is like the vessel that allows you. Yes.
So sum it up real quick. I mean, and this is going to be corny as fuck. But
again.
Bitcoin equals. Listen,
I love it, man. I love it.
Bitcoin equals freedom. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Bitcoin definitely equals freedom.
All right.
Bitcoin definitely equals freedom. That's the only reason why I'm in it. I wouldn't be in it if it wasn't about freedom.
Why are you in Belize though? What's up with that? I just need to know, like, what. So is Belize the place? Because we're looking for whatever too. Like, where's the place? Why Belize? Is that?
Man, because here's the thing. I like Belize a lot. I'm looking for land. I'm looking for a spot for me to kind of take my ease. I know I'm not old, but I'm like, why would I continue to just keep hustling out here when I can kind of like chill, like I'm chilling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just looking like, and I know it has to be in a tropical location.
Right.
I know it, like wherever it is, it has, because I have to be able to grow food perpetually, because that's the whole thing. Eat healthy, really nice. Right. Even though I don't look like I'm healthy, I enjoy eating healthy food, really fresh food, right?
Right.
I know it has to be somewhere like that, because it could be Costa Rica. It could be anywhere in the Caribbean. It could be in Africa. Like, I just want to live out the rest of my days in a tropical area and try to go after the goals that I was talking about, right? Like the being able to live perpetually. Because the other part of that goal is to also like allow robots to do most of the work. So the same way they're doing automation for commercial stuff, like I want to get to the point where robots are my slaves.
I love it.
Right. Dude, let me tell you what
I love it.
hold up. That's a flawed plan.
Wait.
Because everybody knows the fucking robots are going to turn on us. If you've seen any movie,
No.
yes,
You gotta
Terminator.
make them simple.
Right.
You gotta make them simple. That's the problem. The problem is that people try to make robots like sentient, right?
Right.
It's like, no, just make simple robots. Like this robot, all it does is check this tomato plant, and then when the things are ripe, it cuts the tomatoes off and puts them in a basket and sends them into the house.
So you're
Right.
Like it's a
talking
very simple robot.
you're
Yes.
talking
They don't need to be
R2D2.
smart.
R2D2
Yeah, why are we trying to make
versus-
people? Like, there's people already around. Why do we want more of those things?
Listen.
If you know,
Girl, I'm fooling with you. Give me some dap. I'm fooling with you.
It's R2D2 versus C3PO. So C3PO is the human
Right.
form with the arms and shit who can strangle you if he wants to. R2D2 is a little fucking trash can looking thing. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can push him
You're
over.
right.
Right.
And
If
he keeps your map for you. You say, hey, give me the map. Yeah, right?
Right.
Like he's doing very simple things. I think robots in that sense can actually help us get back closer to humanity. I think
I don't trust
by giving the
robots.
He said, I don't trust
I don't know. It's
You're the Mandalorian, man. You're the Mandalorian.
I'll tell you why. It's because they will eventually figure out that we are the problem, right? Like we're the, you know what I mean? Like so they become smarter and smarter and smarter. And this is just Terminator. This is what I'm talking about. It's like eventually they will figure out that the humans are what's wrong with the planet, and
Well,
that, you know they.
Lamar and I will just tell you, you're fucking around with the wrong robots. So you need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, that's like going into the wrong room on Clubhouse, right? And then you leave and be like, man, I hate Clubhouse. But
Okay.
you ain't even came through the Black Bitcoin Billionaires room.
Right.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Like, don't make robots with damn weapons in them. How about that?
Well,
How about you just?
Yeah, but seriously, that's
Right.
they're already doing that. We already have drones and shit, you know, with like
Yeah,
the
don't give
military.
them feet. Don't give them arms. Like, why are you doing all that, man? Just look, bolt them to the ground, and all they do is have a very small pair of shears that they cut tomatoes. What's that robot gonna do?
Cut.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you
That
give him
robot's not gonna do
scissors.
nothing.
Yeah, but you gave him scissors.
But he can't go anywhere. He's bolted
He can't go
down.
anywhere. He's just doing
Okay.
this.
Yeah, until you.
how he's doing
Yeah,
it.
but see, he's hooked up to the internet, right? Because you got to be able to monitor that shit, and then anyway,
Oh
what's
I like his conversation.
what do you guys have planned though? Like what's next for Lamar
Yeah.
Wilson? What, like, I know this is just the beginning. I know you guys are just getting started. Like what's on the horizon?
So, bro, here's the thing. I run a whole nother business called Sunjoin. Right? See that hat right there?
See it.
Like,
I love it.
see that hat?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother business where I basically brought people together to create these networks for the hemp industry.
Oh,
And
cool.
so to
Okay.
allow hemp farmers and everybody to have, control. And it's about taking out as much of the middleman as possible
Right.
to allow more freedom at the edges. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So
right.
that the farmers get paid more, the people that make the products get paid more, the distributors make more. So I run that whole company, but Black Bitcoin Billionaires has turned into an entity in and of itself.
Right.
Like there was no plan. The plan was make the club, come in and educate some people. Now there's becoming a plan because I'm seeing how valuable it is. Like I'm seeing how much value because here's the thing about value. The more value you give to something, the more value that comes back. Right? Like it's just how it works. So some people are takers and they take value,
Right.
but they realize that the only way they're gonna ever get value is to continue to take it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who plants value, right? If you sow value, then you're gonna keep getting value back in return.
Right.
And that's exactly what's happening in Black Bitcoin Billionaires. Like the reason why I know it's valuable is because people are starting to say, hey, let us give you some value back in return for the value you are creating.
Right.
Right? And
Right.
so that's becoming a business. I keep telling these cats, man, we got CEOs hitting us up in the back. I know you saw the deal we did with Cash App.
Right.
It's like we have people hitting us up because they see the value that we're providing and they're realizing that the voices that we have always been valuable. We just never really got the value out of it, right?
Yes.
So now it's like people are hitting me up and it's a beautiful thing. Like it's a beautiful thing. So I'm like, me being an entrepreneur, been a lifetime entrepreneur my whole life. As I say, I've been hustling my whole life. So it's like now I have to figure out, okay, How do I take this value and make sure I spread it amongst the people that are doing this every day? And so these are the kind of things that we're doing, and I can just see that continuously growing, because Clubhouse hasn't even opened up all the way yet.
Yeah. I see it too. I see that. I saw it like right from the get go. I was like, there's something here. I want to put a lot of attention here because I can see it. Now let me ask you this. You are obviously a successful person. I can just tell. I mean, it's just you shine like a light, okay, like a bright light. All right, now what is your advice to someone who is like, okay, hold on, let me back up. So you said you created something called the Black Bitcoin Billionaires Club.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, my phone robot is talking to me.
The robot, that's why he don't like robots.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, because they're always listening and shit. But you didn't. It wasn't your intention. You didn't wake up and go, you know what? I'm going to make this thing, and we're going to get a sponsor. We're going to get corporate's going to be knocking on our door. None of that shit was planned. It just happened organically.
Those are the best things. It's like synchronicity. You know,
Right.
you when you do something good and then you start getting that positive feedback and it's just evolving easily. That's when you know you have something
Right.
good. You know,
Right.
versus the forced, like, I'm going to do this. This is my plan, and
So-
trying
But
to
that's what
force
people
it.
will do. People are going to watch. They already are doing it, right? People are going to watch what we're doing, and they're going to say we can make money off of it,
Right.
and they're going to set plans based on what we're doing,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't realize like a lot of what we're doing is just so organic, like you can't copy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's
And
what
so
I'm
they're
always
gonna
saying.
continue-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ahead.
they're gonna
Yeah.
continue. So there is some what's the word I'm looking for? Some genuineness, some
Right.
authenticity.
Yes.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
That comes along with us just doing what we're doing. That even the people that try to copy it, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't care if they copy it, because if the education is getting out there, it's getting out there, right?
Right.
But to try to form an entire business around like a Clubhouse group, you just have to have some authenticity.
But you
Like,
can't
you just
copy
have
it. It can't be
Yeah, you
copied.
gotta be real.
It can't be
Everything you do
copied
is-
because you guys are organic and they're trying to be that, but you guys are evolving, so it's uncopyable. So that's what makes
Yeah,
it.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's not even, like, for me, it wasn't even a competition thing. Like, it just became kind of a competition thing because of what people are saying.
Right.
Right.
Like, some of these other clubs are trying to, like, compete. And I'm
Right.
like, listen, I wasn't trying to make it a competition thing, but I've been a competitive my whole life.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to compete,
If
then-
you want to
yeah.
compete, bring it. But, you
Yeah,
know.
bring it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm not, this is not about competition. This is about freeing people.
Yeah.
It's not about who can make it to the promised land first. It's
Right.
about are all of us going to the promised land.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because that's
Like,
that's
who
the great.
cares?
Yeah, that's the great thing about your group. What I was saying, it's like you're not in fighting. You know, you're trying to amass, like, it's like a snowball. You want a bigger snowball. You don't want to fight the other snowballs to, like, back off. You know, you just want, like,
Yeah.
to gather.
so
So
The
you-
race is on, right? Because
Yeah.
if we don't do this, right, you see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The freaking corporates are coming,
Right.
and they're not coming in small ways. They're not dollar cost averaging.
right.
They're
Right.
not taking $20 a week buying this stuff. So the only way that we can stay ahead of it becoming the empire all over again
Right.
is for more of us to join the rebellion.
Word.
And
I
so
like
the
it.
only
Yeah.
way we're gonna do that is just to continue to support one another
Yeah.
and get this stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because I believe here's the problem. If we allow the empire to keep taking control, what's going to happen is people going to fall into the same traps.
Right.
And we're going to have a bunch of people who have no power in that system becoming stormtroopers.
Right.
That's
Right.
really what's going to happen.
Because
right?
you have to join it, otherwise you die. So you become part of the evil machine, and that's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people from the rebellion turn into becoming stormtroopers.
Right.
Right? Because they don't have enough education to know, you know what I'm saying? You need to come on over here to our planet. You
Right.
know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So the point is that I was trying to, like, point out that what with your situation was you didn't overthink it. It wasn't a plan like, oh, let's do this, let's develop this. It happened organically. You had you have a mission. You have something that you're passionate about, and it's happened and it's growing organically. And and the point is that I was trying to say is, like, you got to take that first step and just fucking do it, right? Don't worry about what's going to happen. How are you going to do it? You weren't sitting there, months ago going, yeah, but how is this going to happen? How is this going to work? And how are we going to pull that shit off? You just do it. And it's the whole thing about build it and they will come, right? So, like,
No, that's
you
real.
built it. and people will be attracted to it. And
Right.
you guys, like, I'm getting chills talking about it, because everything you're saying, it feels right to me, and obviously y'all are doing something special.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a straight give it to God first and foremost, real talk. Cause I mean, I guess real talk, man. Like, you done got me chilled up. Look, here's the thing. Like, no, this is what's real though, real talk. All I had was the idea to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something about helping other people, but also being set in your ways.
Right.
Right, where I'm not begging nobody for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like where you realize like you got everything you need and you're grateful for what you have.
Yes.
Right. That once you start moving forward, like my dad he used to tell me this, Lamar, they can't stop you. Like, it don't matter if I was hooping or whatever, he'd just be like, they can't stop you. Mm-hmm. And I always believe that. Like, there's nobody that can stop whatever it is that's supposed to be happening. Right. Mm-hmm. And the way this thing is happening so organically, and the way we've become the largest member group as far as Bitcoin, even crypto is concerned, it all is happening just because there's a certain energy, right? And that energy, you cannot stop it. Like, regardless of what anybody says. And so any other value that is coming back into the group, any other value that I'm able to give, because I believe in that. I'm like, if you are a giver, like I said, if you are a giver, it's going to come back. It's just sometimes it takes a while. Right. I've been doing this for a long time. It's not overnight. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. The fact that I got Crypto Granny and Naja, two people who initially took my class in 2017, now they're some of the biggest like educating influences on Clubhouse around crypto. Just let you know that seed that I planted grew into something that now they are planting seeds in other people. Yeah. Right? And it's like, it's not overnight. It's not like, oh, I just want to make a whole bunch of money. I'm going to build a Clubhouse group. Right. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Right.
Exactly.
It's just do what you know authentically to do. Be genuine. And the biggest part is just give. Right. Just give. Give all you can possibly give and it'll come back. Yeah. I believe that 100%.
Me too.
I believe it too. I think
also don't overthink, which is Yuki's issue.
Ooh, God, I got that problem.
So you are a good influence on him. He does. He worries about everything. Yes. Yeah, I'm like, let's just do this. I have an idea, and I'm like, let's just fucking do it. Like, this is it. Let's do it. And he's like, well, what about this and that and the other?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Can I tell you something real quick, brother?
Please.
Have you ever farmed anything or planted anything?
Yes.
Have you ever grown anything?
What have you grown?
I mean, I think I have.
He hasn't grown anything. He's answering yes.
Planted some shit.
He hasn't grown anything.
Maybe I probably. Go ahead.
Here's the crazy part, right? Like, when you grow stuff, the only thing you can do is take the seed, dig the hole, put the seed in there, and water it.
Right.
Like, everything else is out of your control.
Right.
But you already had hopes when you put the seed in the ground that you're gonna have this tree or whatever it is that's gonna bear you the fruit, right?
Right.
But mostly everything else is out of your control. So you can't sit here and overanalyze putting the freaking seed in the ground. Because all you're doing is putting the seed in the ground. Right. You put the seed in the ground and you water it. That's it. Everything else, you got to figure out as it goes along. If it looks like it's getting yellow, you got to add certain nutrients. If it looks like if the leaves are curling, then you got to change the type of nutrients. You might have to pH your water. But all of that happens after you put the freaking seed in the ground.
Right.
If you're sitting there going like, man, you know what can happen? This tree could die and I won't have no fruit. And that seed is just sitting there in your hand. You have no clue what that seed's going to do. You might plant it in some soil that is a miracle soil, and you get the biggest tree on the face of the planet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But if you never planted it,
you got to plant and do the things that you can control. Look, I don't want to be like, but no, do the stuff that you can control, bro. Like, you can control taking the seed. You could, number one, you pick the seed. That was your analysis. You pick the seed. You knew what fruit you wanted to have after it was over with. Then you grab the seed, and now it's time to apply it. Right. So you put the seed in the ground, and you water the seed, and you add whatever nutrients. And guess what? That first seed might die. Mm-hmm. Right? But you learn. It's like, nope, you can't put that on it. Make sure I keep it out of the soil. Another seed. Boom. By the time you get to the one that you have a whole tree that then creates all of these other seeds that, guess what, you the expert on. Mm-hmm. So all of them other seeds, you're just gonna build a whole orchard.
You know what the key, you know what the key is here, and I think it's in your Twitter bio. It's fear, right? We got to erase the fear and replace it. And I think
love, bro.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that prevents us from doing anything in life is just that fear and the over analyzation and the worry. But it boils down to one thing. It boils down to fear, and like you said, you replace it with love. But
and symbolically, planting a seed is love, right? I mean, that
Love.
is love. Like that is it. That is
Why
where
can't-
something grows from.
why
So.
do dudes have such a problem with that?
I don't
love,
know.
right?
Yeah.
I got a hard time saying the word. I could barely say love. Seriously, what is that about? Like, why are men so like afraid of that?
I don't
word?
think all men are afraid of that.
Why?
No,
I
not
mean,
all men are afraid of it. I just think I think it's really taboo, right? That's all it is. It's because your homeboys told you that it ain't good.
Right.
Like you playing video games and your girl call you, you go sneak off. Hey, yeah, I'm over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't just tell on the phone. But I think those people that start to understand what love really is, because really true love is sacrifice, bro.
Right.
That's
Yes.
really all it boils down to. And that's again, what does it go back to? Giving.
right.
Like it literally goes back to giving. So if you can sacrifice for something, then like look, I was sacrificed tons of time on Clubhouse just to educate people.
Mhm.
There was nothing else was attached to it. So any value we get from it now, it came from a place of giving. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the root. Remember I was talking about the root? The root of it was already good. So
Right.
any fruit that comes from it is gonna be delicious.
That's
I
right.
You get what I'm saying?
I
right.
do. I think it's important that something we need to all focus on doing is building bridges and sharing the knowledge, and stop building walls, and stop
sir.
I don't know, man. It's like it's a lot, and it's just
You know what, man? Like I just want to hug you right now, man. I can feel the energy on
I
you.
know.
I can feel. He's over it. Like whatever you've been telling him he's supposed to be building. He's like, I gotta build it. I can feel it on you, bro.
Yeah.
I can feel it on you, man. Like just listen. I don't know what it is y'all talk about behind the scenes. I don't know what it. Just try it. Don't
Yeah.
be afraid to fail at it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I like this whole Bitcoin thing. If I hadn't just started programming and trying to make a wallet, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I had to teach myself pretty much everything. There were no books. It's so funny because everybody's like, "Have you read this book, the Little Bitcoin book?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's by Jimmy Song, a dude that I met." That he didn't have that book when he
Right,
like
right.
he's my homie.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like Andreas Antonopoulos. Yeah, that's a dude that I was chilling with on a pad somewhere,
Right.
like on a
Yes.
mat, and we was tired because the conference was whack. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like,
Oh my God.
you know, the conference was tiring. It's like now he wrote a book, so now people are like, yeah, you know these books. I'm like, there was none of these books.
Right.
So it's like if I can come from the West End of Lexington, Kentucky, like I always say, right? And the place where everybody's like, oh, matter of fact, the school that my kids went to is the lowest performing school in the whole state, right? If I could come from that area and build a Bitcoin wallet that the only one at the time that you could get on the iOS device, then
Right.
anybody can do any of this stuff, bro.
Right,
You just
right.
gotta like do it,
Right.
sit down, do it, and screw if you fail. Because failing that's whack. It is nothing. Like what is failing?
Learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Failing is nothing. Failing is everything you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Right.
fail.
Right.
Every kid teaches you that by bumping their freaking head. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
It's not really failing. It's learning lessons, like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that didn't work. Let me tweak it. Then it helps you in the next things that you're doing.
You know what
Listen.
you got to do? You got to free yourself from the indoctrination of the United States.
Mhm.
Because ever since we've been in school, they make you feel like you getting an F is a bad thing.
Right. Oh,
So
okay. I
that's
see.
true.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And your parents and everybody, I cannot believe you got an F because your parents want you to progress. And so
Right.
they make you believe that you cannot progress in life unless you get A's.
Mm-hmm.
So then when people are C students or they D students, then all of a sudden they get this anxiety about, man, but what if I get an F? And the truth is, those kids that got an F, they mess around and be the ones making more money than anybody because
It's true.
they had to figure it out a different way.
It's true.
Right, right,
It's true.
Right.
It's like forget
It's 'cause of
everything. Forget everything you've been taught.
F stands
and
for
then just go-
forget everything.
Yeah.
Yes. My
Fuck
man.
it.
Yes, sister. Yes, both of y'all. That's really it.
Yeah.
There's too much energy here, man. I can't even like. I mean, you guys can probably see. Like, I've almost came to tears a couple times. I'm getting flushed. There's like
It's
just
cute.
certain.
You're smiling. I'm happy.
There's certain people on this planet that they're just like they're electric, and Lamar Wilson is one of these people. And not only do they give electricity, they attract it and they amplify it. And dude, I don't know how or why the universe put us together, but it has, and here we are. And I just want to applaud you and applaud everything you're doing on a personal, level. And I'm going to be in your DMs because you are now my mentor. And just so you know.
I got you.
Okay.
Hey, I got you, man. I got you, bro. This is like, back home, people know, like, if they want to sit down with me, all they do is take me out for wings.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm like, hey, Ma, look, this is what I get in my inbox. Hey, Ma, let's go get wings.
Yeah.
And I already know what time it is, right? Because I don't ever mind helping. I'm gonna just let everybody know who's watching this though. My inbox is crazy right now.
I know.
Right.
I know.
I've never had this like Clubhouse has made me use Instagram, and I only use it as an email.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Right.
So the fact that me and you are talking right now, I'm going to answer your question because I know you. A whole lot of other people, I see all kinds of requests. You would not believe.
No, I get it. And let me tell you a little trick. Here's what you do.
What is the weirdest?
Hold up. I don't want to know. Let me tell you.
No, I don't want my wife to know. You understand what I'm saying? I won't be on Clubhouse ever again. You hear me?
Right. We won't talk about it then. Forget that question.
Man.
Here's what I was going to say though, like us doing this show and stuff, and this is one of the ways like I can get someone's attention, get someone, have a conversation, but I like to do it out in front of everybody so other people can benefit. Mm-hmm. And it's these conversations like this where we're learning from each other, and it's not just in some little. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Because we got crocodiles around here, and no, really. I'm just checking, making sure. Okay, we good.
Are you on the water right there? Is that the water?
Yeah, there's water. Like, look right over this is water.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Right.
So it got all these signs up. It's like, please do not swim.
Oh, I know. We're from Florida originally, so I know.
So I get it.
So we know
about the crocodiles.
Gators. Well, it's gators.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, go ahead, because I'm just checking, making sure. But yeah, go ahead.
No,
you don't want to be a snack, so we get it.
No, listen. I just wanted to say, man, I don't. There's too much going on, like with my emotions and my brain, and I'm having a hard time, like even like,
oh, man.
You know what I mean, expressing myself. But I just want to say, like, I don't know. This is good stuff, and I'm glad this has happened. And like I said, I don't know why or how it happened, but this is like, boom. It was supposed to. Right.
Supposed to, bro. Supposed to.
But
listen, I'm glad y'all had me on, man. I like doing podcasts like this.
Cool.
Like
good.
I do.
Yeah,
good.
I really do. I like it. And if y'all want me to come through again,
yes.
I mean, I know your listeners will probably be like, give it some time. But yeah, if y'all want me to come on again, I'll come on again. And then you could definitely hit me up, man. Hit me up in the inbox anytime.
Cool.
I'm like ready to pull.
I'll help where I can help.
I'm ready to pull out my laptop and book a flight to Belize and find the best wing place. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm telling you, man, like, this has sold me, because that's the whole thing I was trying to do during COVID was come to Belize. Yeah. Nobody knew what I was saying when I was talking about paradise. Every time I would just say paradise. Matter of fact, y'all might be the only people that kind of know that I've said it publicly to.
Okay.
Because I don't want everybody knowing where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to get away, get off.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to have my what do you call it? My my Thanos moment where I'm just sitting in the field with a couple goats walking by.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
It,
and my wife in the background, like, come on in there. Like, that'll be happiness, man.
Yes.
Like it's this right here. Like my son, he woke up, he looked at me, he said, Dad, are we moving to Belize?
Yes. And
it's just you just have this every day. This is crazy.
You got to have something that grounds you, because man, when you're doing so much, you got to have some kind of place. I want to thank you for coming on this show. I hope this is just the beginning. Yeah. I think we made a lifelong friend here, Tamara. This man is like, yes, yep.
Wow.
And yeah, man, I'm excited, and I feel good, and I want to thank you for coming on the show and give me me this feeling and our audience.
Sharing your energy.
Yeah. And I just want to, like I said earlier, it's about building bridges, and let's figure out how to do this shit together, all of us, and we all have the same goal, and let's just keep doing what we're doing. Keep on keeping on. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, somebody just came in my house. I think that I was supposed to have something. I don't know what it is. Like, my wife must have said something. So listen, thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Cool, man.
Anytime. And all I need you to do is whatever seed it is you're supposed to be planting, go plant that thing and water it, brother.
I will.
Because look, I ain't even no guarantee that it's gonna germinate.
Right. Right.
But you won't know that until you put it in the soil, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
I hear you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So love y'all, man.
Love you, man.
too. Peace.
Yeah, live, love life. See y'all later.
We'll see you in Clubhouse.
All right. Bye. Ha.
That was fun.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That was another episode of Euclid and Oaks 2.0. As always, thank you to our sponsors, Coast2Coast Signing, Lisa.
Love you, Lisa.
And Gala Games. Check out Gala Games at euclidoaks.com/gala and sign up and start playing TownStar with us. It's a really fun game. Thanks to Lamar Wilson. The links to be able to find Lamar is going to be in the description of this episode. If you're listening to it as a podcast, check us out on YouTube to get all the links. The YouTube link is Euclid and Oaks on YouTube. Well, it's youtube.com/Euclid and Oaks. Anything else?
Don't forget to check out GalaCon on the 27th and 28th. You can find us and the rest of the Gravy Gang there, hopefully. We're trying to wrangle everybody together. Yeah.
Gravy Gang.
Gravy Gang.
Gravy is life.
That's Gala the Kid and Crypto Linguist and Stace.
Yay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and listening to another episode of Euclid and Oaks 2.0.
Bye.
Oh shit. This is crazy.